Hello and welcome to Wikipedia Weekly Network, here where Albin Larsson and I, Jan Ainali, are editing Wikidata live. How are you doing, Albin?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good as well. I was a little bit sick before last week, but I'm feeling much better and I've been out jogging now, so getting back
Very glad to hear
in
that.
shape. Yes.
And what do you have planned today?
I have planned something that's sort of like have been in our roadmap for Govdirectory for a long while, but we haven't really known how to tackle it, and also a little bit hard to find sources. But that is companies that are owned by public organizations, because that's
Yeah.
also interesting from that. And this week I stumbled on a great source, so I'm going to start trying some modeling and querying and see what we can do with it.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and what do you have in your plans?
Also some like old Govdirectory plans. I want to do a little bit of just maintenance on the Wiki project. So
Mm-hmm.
for example, we have a quite old request for a shortcut. So in the
Mm-hmm.
search bar in Wikidata, you should just be able to say, instead of WikiProject Govdirectory with namespace and all, you should be able to say like gov or gov or something like that. We're
Something,
gonna
yes.
come up with something. And I want to work on things like that and you see what we can do to improve the wiki project itself.
Very nice. I think there was in the upcoming LD4 call, which is I don't know how often they are, but I think they will have something like WikiProjects in a theme. So that's very well
Ah,
timed then.
lovely.
Yes. All right. So I'll start. See, what do we have? Oh, we do have a few people joining us here. Oh, Nicholas and Rosanna, and very interesting. I haven't got access to the Bing chatbot yet. Oh, that's interesting. So let's see. Here's the source I stumbled upon, and I know that they are using the official company register, but that one is a little bit tricky to navigate. And this one has this super beautiful little tree where you can actually see. So in the top here we have the municipality of Gothenburg. And then we see 100%, a little bit hard to see in your view. Maybe I can zoom in once or twice here to get it a little better. Yes, that. It's also very inaccessible text here, the green one, or the gray text. But it says 100%, and Göteborg Stadshus, so that's one company. And then here it seems that they have this company being the owner of all the other companies. So they have made it easier for themselves in a sense. So the municipality only needs to keep track of one. And this one we already have in Wikidata. So we can take a look at how that is. Here's the Wikipedia article for that company. And it is recorded like this, owned by. So we do have a property for that, pointing to the municipality. And then I think that this proportion property is the one to use to say how much of, because we have one of these here in the, so how much of it they're using. And of course, since it's 0 to 1, if it's 100%, it's just a 1 here. So unless someone are raising objections in the chat, I'm going to keep doing that because it seems to be the right way. And I'm going to see if I'm going to start trying to add a few more of these relations, and then we're going to start querying a little bit as well. But we already have this one. And now let's see, what else do we have? And luckily, in the Wikipedia article here, we have a number of things that already have articles. And if they have articles, they will probably most likely have items as well. So I'm going to start with those. So I'm not creating any new items today. I might enrich them a little bit, but let's see if we can see. So we have in the top here, Gothenburg Energy. Do we have the energy here in this list somewhere? There's a lot of different ones. Yes. So that one is. Let's double check. Go to that. That it actually is the same. Yes, it seems to be it. Seems the same legal form here. So we can go to the. Oh, jumping around. Things loading slowly. Go to that Wikidata item, and then we could say that this one has the top one here, owned by this one, and the proportion will be, was it 100%? Yes, right. So that will be our first edit. So this one is going to be owned by this one. All right, so we can take this over here. It has a business, it's in Sweden, it has a website, commons category, and now it's going to get owned by here. No English labels yet. Proportion. It's going to be 1. I think this is. Do we have a point in time here? That would be interesting. Not sure. We have point in time for result and how much they make and how many employees, but not for. But I'm gonna guess. I'm not gonna add anything then. So I'm just gonna give a reference here. Like that, and a retrieved date. This. All right, so now we have one more of these. And did we? Where did I scroll away here? Let's see the energy again. The energy has 7 different sub. Let's see if we saw anyone of this in here. Sometimes it's in the info box. They're all listed without links. I don't think we have articles or items for them. So that's unfortunate, but at least that's one more. So let's see. Go back to here. We have this, and I think I added this one as the first one. Let's double check. And this one also had, where was it? Förvaltnings-AB Framtiden. Förvaltningsaktiebolaget Framtiden. This is this one. And it also has a couple of them underneath. So let's see if we can see a few of those. Let's go to this Wikidata item. Oh, and I should probably go back to this one. I'm going to add the legal form because I think that's a very useful thing. And it said it was a Swedish aktiebolag, which I don't know what it is in English. Let's see if we can see that. Legal form, if I just write Swedish form of limited company. Yes, that's the one we want. Asking about the etymology for Göteborg. I don't think if it's the castle of God. It is castle of the Goths. Götarna. It's not the same Goths as the European Goths. I think this is the style of them.
I'm not sure you can translate it either that way.
No, maybe you shouldn't translate it to the Goths, but just Götar.
Yeah.
Even though we say Gothenburg.
Yeah, true.
So, but that they're trying to get away from that. Mm-hmm.
Are we?
Göteborg is yes, they are trying to use Göteborg even in English.
Okay, I see.
I'm not sure they're gonna be successful though. nothing more in here. All right. So let's close this one. And this one was, it had this legal form. It had the owned by. All right. And this one was no. All right. But it had a few. Bingham boy. Was that in here? No. Poseidon. And that was red link. This is an external link in the text. I'm going to change that one. We don't want external links in the text. Fooled me almost. Had one. Now we have some Wikipedia edits as well in this. All right. Aha, this one we had. Did it open it? No. Here we go. Yes. And then, did I already add this one? Oh, yes. I added this one yesterday. Gordon. This one is yellow. Why? Oh, redirects back. All right. And then we have this one is this one. All right. Now here we're going. Yes, very nice. So let's start adding legal form. Oh, suggesting it. Very nice. Thank you. And then this one was owned by an. Let's keep track of things here so we don't do it. Framtiden. This one, right. And we'll go with the proportion here as well. And was that also 100%? Yes. So we'll add 1 here. No unit. We'll go with a reference of this. And retrieve. So now we do know that we have some data. Let's start trying to make a query and see how it could look like. And it won't be very complex, I think. But let's go head over to query. Nice and big. Let me change that to English for your. This one, very, very slow, loading all the languages. There we go. And I'll start with select. I still like this one. I'm going to remove the outdo here and go English. And then we saw there were a lot of just Swedish, so I'll add it immediately there. And the item in this case will be an instance of, I'll go for all the Swedish municipality, and we have a specific item for that. I think it is municipality. How to spell it? And control space to get this little list here. Municipality of Sweden. Is that the one? Yes. And then we want the company to be owned by the municipality. If I just do this, we should get all the companies that are owned by a municipality. And that should give us a few from the list here. We also want to select the company here so we can see them. Let's see what we get here. Quite a lot. And immediately I see here that we do everything they own, not only companies, because of course company here is not anything magic. So let's add something here. Let's add the legal form here. And we don't really care which legal form, but I think that if we say they have some legal form, it will...
Yeah, we won't get buildings.
Yes, we want to get the buildings or the data portals. However, it might be interesting to see the form, see if they which type of companies they own. So let's go with the form. Don't need the item here, just the form label. We had 275. This should probably be a lot less. Oh, only 13. Yeah, that's a lot less. So we see here a number of municipalities. Let's order these by municipality. It might be the... And yes, very good. And we see someone entered a lot for Mjölby municipality here. And we're missing, of course, a lot of data because we only have from about 7, 8 municipalities.
We got an odd legal form, I imagine.
This one?
Yeah. Or is that a legal form?
It is a legal form. It is an odd one because we don't have that many of them in Sweden.
Okay.
Yes. But that's something we have usually when there's collaboration between municipalities.
Okay.
So this is not owned as like with shares, but joint corporation by municipalities.
Interesting, like a corporation, but for municipalities.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have a question here, and firma. No, yes, we do have something called enskild firma, but they will a municipality will never own any one of those. They will always have something more complex because that's the most simple form we have. But now we also know, sort of like, we just added a few things that were owned by this one. And of course, they are not showing up here because in our query said that the item had to be the municipality. So we can do this in a few different ways. And the common way we do it when we are talking about instance of and subclasses of is that we do a property path. And we can do the same here. And Albin showed me this yesterday when I was preparing. And I think we can just do, like, take the second one and then say, and continue until end. And with the star, we go indefinitely. It will just keep on going. So if we have several layers, we will see that. So let's see if we had 13 here. And if we add this, we should get a few more because, 18, yes. So now we should have a couple of more from, and if we sort here, before we only had 1 from Gothenburg, and now we have 6 already.
Yeah.
But this one is a little bit
flat.
Flat. Yes, that's the word. Because right now we can't see that all of these other 5 are actually owned by this one, and then like in and only Gothenburg 1 step removed. So I thought of a couple of ways we can show that, and one of the ways is to just do an optional here and say we need to call something else here. So we would want to say no, we want to say the company again, and EDT and owned by, And rather than having this, we'll give it a new variable. So we could say just owner, which will I think this is how we can do
Yeah,
it. And
that
then
should
we'll
work.
go with the owner label up here, and we should see that. So let's see if that. Now we get a few more.
Yeah, because you can get duplicates this way.
Yes. Let's see if we do a distinct. All right.
Still, okay.
Do we still
Is
have
it because it has multiple owners?
It could be, yes, I
Yeah.
guess. Somewhere. We didn't check. We still have the same amount of Gothenburg here. And now we can see that the owner of Gothenburg, Göteborgs stadshus, is Gothenburg municipality. And then we have these two owned by Göteborgs, three even, owned by Göteborgs stadshus. And these two owned by Förvaltnings AB, which is here. So we have three levels here. Now we can see the data, but it's still sort of flat. And I was trying to think, well, we could go the very roundabout way to do this. And let's try it just to see what we get. So I'm going to copy this over to a new one and save this one for now. And rather, instead of doing the property path here, we're going to do something else. So here instead, or rather, we're going to do a new optional. So now we want to ask for a sub company explicitly. So, and then we do it in optional because we don't know if everyone has it. So we can say, oh, we call this just to keep track for ourselves here. Sub company, and this one will be owned by
127.
127, yes. The company, which is of course then is going to be this one. So this is going to be a new column for the sub company. So instead of owner label here, we'll go with sub company. That is, it should work, I think. It's sort of this, not exactly the same, but here we can see that not all have a sub company, but here we can see that Griab shows up as a sub company here for Göteborgs stadshus. Let's sort Gothenburg so we see them all in the top here again. Now we're missing a few. Yes, because we're having several layers. We had one level down.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to do another optional within the optional. And still have to spell it correctly. And now we need to keep track of the curly brackets here. And then we're going to do the sub company. Going to be owned by. And let's keep going with the sub company. And add it up here, the sub company label. Now we should get a few more in this. I hope I wrote this correctly. Let's see. Oh no, it's too wide. That's not good. Let's remove the form again here. We don't care for it anymore. It would be nice if we could see here that we actually have a layer of. Or did I write it in the wrong order? Yes, I wrote it in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Sub companies, and let's spell that correctly as well. Right, there we go. And let's sort this for Gothenburg here. And now we can see we have Gothenburg municipality owns Göteborgs stadshus, who owns Förvaltning AB Framtiden, who owns Göteborgs stadsbostadsaktiebolag. So we get this layer of them. The bad thing is this: we have to know how many steps we want to go. We could go more, but it's the property path. It will just keep on going if there's a very complex company structure. I guess we could do if you have a data set that you want to query, you could first do one lookup and see how many layers you have, and then you could do something like this, unfold it to get it. Because when you get the data in this kind of way, I think it will be easier to reuse it. You don't need to do as much logic afterwards. Or what do you think?
I would do it slightly. I would use a property path because I also believe this would time out at a certain point.
Yeah.
But I would use the property path, but then use the graph view to render them as a tree.
So you say here where we do have the property path.
Yeah,
If
you
I
use
just
like, I don't think it's gonna
this,
work out of the box, but let's try it. So the last one.
the graph one here.
Yeah.
All right.
You can
That
see
sort of makes.
You can see the problem right now that we're pointing from the municipality to all of them.
Yeah.
But you should be able to remove the relationship between the municipality and each of the companies. So we only get the tree view.
There's a tree view as well. How does that look?
Yeah.
The tree.
I have no clue.
This also just get them.
Yeah.
But this one looks similar to this one, though.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
That might also be. I didn't think of the tree view.
That might be a possibility. Yes.
Yeah. So I would probably use a property path, but optimize it for a different view.
Yep.
And the good thing, I don't know how the tree one works, but the graph one, you could, for example, color them by the form. So you could have a set of values, a value map with the color and then the form. So you could do rather nice things, I believe.
Yes. Yes, that's possible. I also like this one, though, because it's sort of it's nice for the table view.
Yeah, and if you need to work with the data, it's sometimes nice just to be able to go through them one-on-one.
But of course, like you could go on with another optional and another optional, but it's very tedious to sort of write this kind of long query. Oh, you're a little bit unfocused there.
Yeah, it changed focus for some reason. Can I trigger it? Yeah, I think it got better.
Well, anyway, this was sort of what I was playing around this week, and what I wanted to see how. Wonder. Let's have a. I think I need to go to read up on these, how these are actually rendering.
I don't think we have shown the tree view.
No, I don't think I have used it before. And
no, me either.
We do have. Is it Wikidata?
There is in the help button in the query.
Oh, is that where we have it?
Yeah, did we got a link there?
We have a help here to the user manual.
No, it's the question mark next to the visualization. There it is.
There we go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, the result views. This was the one I wanted to see. Is it shows?
Oh, there's quite a lot of options. You can even have images in there.
So let's see how this one is.
Oh, we need to play more with this.
Yeah, I think we need. That might be a separate episode. Let's just see how this one renders. That takes time, but let's see how it's constructed.
Okay.
I think this was perhaps not the simplest example they could have done.
I think but essentially I imagine it only has a few levels. So it's doing the same that you did with
Yeah,
multiple
but with 2
optionals,
levels.
essentially.
Yeah. But they're doing some very nice things here with the...
Yeah.
Oh, so it takes everything and puts it in the... All right.
Ah.
Huh?
Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Right. Anyway, that was what I wanted to show today.
Nice. And as I was reading up a little bit on shortcuts, I found this one, help shortcut on Wikidata.
Ah.
And that's just perfect for what I want to do, because I want to create a shortcut not to the talk page, but to the project page. This one. So no need to write Wikidata, WikiProject, Govdirectory, but just Wikidata, and the Wikidata namespace you can do like VD, and that will automatically be the Wikidata namespace. So we actually got this help shortcut with a bunch of examples. So if we want to go to Wikidata administrators, we should be able to just do VD for the namespace and then A. And let's see, and Wikidata administrators. So we want the same, but for Govdirectory. And I wonder if we have some certain style for Wikiports. So it doesn't really indicate that it's a Wikiport there. Is that the only one? I thought there's some. No, there is one. It's just in the market.
No, that's WikiProject.
No, that's just Wikiproject itself.
Yes, but you had one below there. Roads, United States.
Oh, and there as well, there isn't like an indication that it's a Wikiproject. So we should be fine with just finding a version for Govdirectory.
Yeah.
And
what do we want?
We could have that. We could have those two.
Yeah. Yes.
Or use Gov. But that might be a little bold.
Yes, little generic.
Yeah.
GD might be fine.
GD might be fine. Let's see if there is one.
Yes, good.
There isn't. Then I think we can take that one. It's a wiki.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so let's
it's not forever. If we need to change it, it's possible.
Yeah. And this is a nice thing also, that on pages with shortcuts, you can have this rendering on top of the title using the shortcut templates. We want to add that later on as well. But now let's figure out what's actually going on, because this is essentially a page redirecting. So I want to have a look at that. And what's the easiest way to do it? Is it to go to edit source? And then...
Well, on one page that have it.
Yeah. But we can do like that as well, I believe. Yes. So that's what it looks like. So we want to create a new page now. Just want to head over to Wikidata. And GD. And there we go. Create source. And of course, I want to replace that with the Govdirectory page. There we go. This is too simple.
No, it wasn't too simple because you accidentally pasted.
No, it's too simple again.
Yes. I think that's it.
We can show the preview. It should render like that. It looks good. Let's create a shortcut page for WikiProject. Okay. Govdirectory. And publish page. If I give it a reload, but I have this redirect no parameter. That should have been the easy way to go to it. And then it redirects. So that's all good. Then we want to add this shortcut template. I'm just going to copy paste it. Let's have a look at the source here as well. So it just top. Oh, it says what's the shortcut as well. Of course, it can't figure that out. So let's just put it at the top here. Shortcut, we need a parameter. It's nice that I went actually from the redirected one.
So you can see it.
But I think I need to use the short version, like VD,
Yes,
let's say.
yes.
Yes.
Or you don't need to, but
No.
it's convenient for
Yes.
the one seeing it.
So we can do like that. I want to show preview. Of course, I can't see the preview because it's rendered outside.
Oh, no.
Okay. We can live with that. It's a wiki.
Maybe
Add
our...
a
Yes.
shortcut indicator. And let's go.
Let's see where it goes. We have the
Might need to give it a reload.
We have the header in the top there. So maybe we need to put it under that one?
No.
Oh, no, there it is. All right.
Yeah, it should render outside of the page content. That's why we couldn't preview it. And I want to say, because the Wikidata namespace is it the default one? What happens if I do? No. Okay. So that's really nice. That's one thing I wanted to do. The next I just wanted to do like a review of things. First of all, the discussion, we've got the events. Let's see how up to date that is. It's probably not as up to date as we would like it to be.
Do you think we're missing something from 2022?
I imagine so. We only got one here. And I imagine we have more. But we do have an upcoming one.
Yes.
So
and of a coincidence, it's exactly 1 year after the one in 2022.
Oh, indeed. And something we could do, we got this Wikidata live editing, and we got more Wikidata live editing on the Govdirectory team in 2022 at least. And we could use the live Wikidata editing page to add all of those. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. It might be a little bit repetitive, so I'm not gonna start in that end. We got a bunch of queries. And I want to see if there's any notable ones missing, because we do quite a lot of query. There is a lot of like maintenance for online accounts, or the classification of the function of government. That is a good one for the tree view, I imagine.
Yes.
If we would like to play with that at one point. We got a bunch of statistics as well. We might want some different things, but I'm gonna stop there for now. The data model, we have been here a couple of times recently. So I think that's all good. Of course, it could always need work.
Any new error report?
I'm not too good at following this, but I have been here, and you have been here.
Yes.
So something I wonder, should we change the agency data model to use data model?
Yes.
Yeah, because then it would fit there, and
Yes.
it's the data model for the WikiProject rather than for
Mm-hmm.
agency like this. And agency is a very generic term.
And especially if we want companies in the future, we're
Yeah,
gonna have data models even.
yeah. I'm gonna go to edit source here because I imagine we are calling a template
Mm-hmm.
or another page we're including essentially. And let's see. There we go. Edit. Is there another one? No, it shouldn't be. Then let's see. Agency data model. And do I want to move the page as well? And then I should do this in a different order.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. And I should be able to just move it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't I have it in the tools here?
It's usually in the more.
There we go.
And it's hard now with the vector 22. It's also in
yeah.
another place.
And it's really when, so I can show that on an item page, but it's the vector 22 on Wikidata is not really working. Additional reason. Nah, not really. I'm just changing things.
Do we? Yes, a redirect.
And that's redirected automatically when you use that. So that's the help shortcut. We can close that one for now. And then I want to change the display essentially. Data model. Data model. And is that it?
That should be it.
Yeah.
I think you will need to do a change on that page also. The page you moved, add the text one more time.
Yeah. So it's a minor edit. Nice. It looks good, much better
looks nice.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
We can actually use this to navigate as well. And
maybe not.
I think everything seems to work.
If you check the source.
Yeah. I think I know. We take, so if I go to main, it's colored because we are there. But if I go to data model currently, it doesn't get a color.
No.
And that's because we have this parameter here, which is wrong. And it's a minor edit.
There we go.
So given that, I believe we have sorted that one out. And in like a longer term, I would like to think about maybe replacing queries and data model with something like tools or a little bit generic where we could have a collection of these things. But that's out of scope today. Yeah. And I think this is still pretty good. The add country, we have used this a lot. It works very well. Something we have a bunch of countries, especially in Africa, which is like they got a page but no content really. So someone has gone through this but not really worked on them. But I think we can leave them for now as well. It would be quite a bit of cleanup work to deal with that. I see that the US is not aligned with the rest of the
That's
content
odd.
here. That's really odd. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's because it has a colon. And it's a little bit formatted in general. This be a visual editor thing? I see why one would like this. So
Oh, so this is a sub for Americas.
yeah.
All right. So it's made on
Oh,
purpose.
it has been, yeah, because this is not a country.
It is, but the only thing we have is New York.
Yeah. So, Americas up here. It doesn't really make sense that the US is rendered as bold as the
No.
Americas is. I wonder if we could just change the style of that.
Yes.
So it would be
And
this.
I guess there's a sub page in between there we could link to.
Oh, interesting. So let's go to that page and
see if we can go up. Yes.
yeah. Okay, but then we can.
Oh, and this is the first level. Do we have a proper link in the country?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's repeat this style, but then do a sub list for the rest of them. Oh, I could actually have. Oops. Oh, not visual editor. It's great, but for this type of content, it's still a little bit tricky in my opinion.
Yes, because
I'm
each line is a template or
Yeah,
has templates.
I'm gonna copy this because I'm a little bit lazy or effective, depending on one's perspective. And then we're gonna head down to the US. I don't think it's published, so we don't have the Govdirectory published.
That's correct.
That's correct. And then that should also be correct. Let's preview that one. Yeah, that's really nice.
Got a question here. Do we want to do North America and South America? I don't. When we only have 4 countries for both North and South, I don't think we need it yet, but it might be good when we start popping up a lot of South America countries.
This makes me wonder. This is just on the first level. What does the author levels look like? No. Oh, now I published without a comment because I was in the preview one. It should really give a warning there. What does the author ones looks like? It used America because here we got different ones. So we might actually want to split them.
Not yet. I think if we have more than 10 countries, we can split it.
Okay. No, but it looks a little bit inconsistent. But yeah, it's not really a priority.
I think it's only added for, or Argentina is only added for state, since that's the only thing someone have been working on.
I want to double check your stars in 3 stars. All agencies can be queried for the level and type, and the structure is documented on the country page. But then there should be good enough for Govdirectory.
Yes.
So I wonder, we have a couple of ones that has 3 stars, but aren't imported. Like Malaysia got 3 stars, but it isn't published. And same with Nigeria.
I think Malaysia is published, isn't it?
Let's have a look. Countries.
No.
No.
All right. So what are we?
Let's have a look.
What are we waiting for?
Query for all ministries should be 27.
Done.
We got a source as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open up that one and let's have a look at the query. So I can't read this, but let's assume for the time being that it's correct. It feels like much more than 27, but it could be one of these as well, or could it? Yeah. It's hard for me to tell, but I imagine directory would be ministry. But I'm just guessing here. I would need to run it through translation. But let's see what we got 27 at least. And let's see if they have like an English Wikipedia page for one of these. Yes. So given that, can we find government of Malaysia and then ministries? Or something like it? List of federal ministries and agencies in Malaysia. There we go. The current cabinet, the following 2022. I imagine that's still the current cabinet. Can I cheat by just searching for my ministry? And 86.
It's used many times in the page.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would need to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. I got, 27. So, yeah, it looks like ministers we should be able to turn this into a correct query and publish that one.
We'd also had the first levels done. Should be 13 plus 3, it says on the next there.
Oh, yes. So, federal territory. And we even got a nice comment here.
So there are two types, federal territories and states.
So, 16.
And is it 3 territories and 13 states?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's really good. And usually when we have 2 finished like that, we usually publish it. So let's have a look at the tabernacle here as well, because there is a tabernacle. For social media, like they actually have some content. Oh, yes.
Right. There's quite a lot even.
Yes. Oh, we should get this one published, of course. But little time for today.
Yes.
But indeed, we had another country with 3 stars, Nigeria. So let's see. Yeah, we got state of Nigeria here.
Yes.
36 plus 1. Why is the plus 1?
There's a source for that.
Yes. States and cap. Oh, it's the capital. Okay.
It's
one of those.
Always a special case.
Yes. So let's double check that this is still correct. So it just says state here.
Minimal query, yes.
37 federal capital territory. So that's nice. Yeah, that one should also be good to go. We don't have a tabernacle that, but we can kind of check this one if they have some data. Instagram and Twitter, no, but a bit of official websites and such. So there is a lot to publish. I wanted to check something else when I looked at this. I think we should have one more.
Bermuda.
Yes. Or was there I was?
Norway?
No. Oh. Query for all Minister 13. Here we got 3 things done. So municipality or parish. Okay. So should be 13. Nice with comment. We got 13 as well. And should be 9. Should be 2. Let's do this. 9. Nice. 2. Okay. So there is a bunch here to publish as well. 3 countries.
What are we waiting for Norway there?
Norway. Norway is published.
One up.
Yes.
On the first level.
Yeah, I can. No, these are published.
No, the first level. The first level administrator.
The administrative first level.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Should be 11.
Oslo?
Oh yes, I think it's a special case with Oslo. Because Oslo is both a region and a municipality or something like that.
Mm-hmm. We do get 11 though.
Yes, but I wonder if this item is an odd one. So if we go to this one. Yes, here we see the problem. This is both the region and the municipality. And it's we have a similar case in Sweden with Gotland, but that is its name it uses is region, but it technically is a municipality and is a part of another region. But in this case, I think it's really unclear if they are the same or if they are separate. And yeah, this is the tricky part. So I wonder if they have a website that might indicate at least what this item is for. Official website, there we go. Yeah, so the website here says municipality in it. It has like this shared site. So.
And would the other be Oslo fylke?
Yes. So we might see it also here. Yeah, we got this also known as, and then we both got municipality, fylke, which is kind of region.
Only in English though, not in Norwegian.
In English, not in Norwegian. There is just municipality.
Yes.
And in Swedish, it's both municipality and region. So I wonder here if this is actually the fylke or if it has been a bad merge at some point.
Do the Norwegian Wikipedia have an article for Oslo fylke?
You're asking very good questions. So I can see this is nice. I didn't notice, but I imagine this arrow means that this is a redirect.
Yes.
So I'm gonna open that, but I can see in the new Norwegian Wikipedia, it's something else. So this just redirects to Oslo. Oh, interesting. But that is a different item.
Yes.
So we have a redirect. Oh, okay. Oh, here. I haven't been here, it seems like. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So this is a Northern Norwegian wiki. And here we have a page for the municipality. We do not seem to have one for the region because it's not a link.
Yeah.
This is also interesting. Here it says that the municipality has both the function as the municipality and as the region. So there might not be an actual region. It
might be similar to the Swedish case.
Yeah,
That
it
text
might.
seems to suggest that.
Yes, but it's much more prominent that we actually talk about the regions like
Mm-hmm.
this in Norway. So, but it might be that like it in a legal way,
Mm-hmm.
the region doesn't exist. Do we have anything about it in the main one about Oslo here? Administration and administrative.
Mm-hmm. Or is that's
No,
that's
that's
of
like all the
it.
parts of the
Yeah.
city. Yeah, no,
Maybe there's in something in the general fylke article.
yeah. Oh, it's could it be this one? Yes. So this is like the actual administrative level rather than the geographic.
Mm-hmm.
And we should probably have a list. I just want a boring list. There we go. So here at least Oslo,
Mm-hmm.
and this is why it's really confusing
But with a link to the
to the
general
city.
Oslo. Yes.
I wonder, is there a page on of this one on the new Norwegian? No, the English have one. This needs to be updated. That's
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't have a list. Oh, we do have a list here. Oslo. Ah, this is interesting. No, that's a redirect because here it's
Mm-hmm.
the administrative region. At least if it's directly translated.
Yeah.
Uh, this is why it isn't published anyway.
Yes.
We are not gonna sort this out here. This
I think we need some studied Norwegian politics
yes,
getting into the
yeah,
weeds of this.
exactly. Or someone that followed the debate
Mm-hmm.
related to the new divisions, because we're not gonna figure it out just by looking at wikis.
No.
Oh, but we got 3 countries with quite a bit, and one of them had a lot of um, social media already added.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really something we should get to because some users put in a bunch of time on that one. So I think I think I can fill an entire episode of just making the queries we need for Govdirectory for 3 countries.
Yes.
So yeah,
That's a specific kind of query making.
yeah, exactly. It's actually quite interesting in my opinion. But I'm of course
And then when we make the next one, we should make them more future proof, like we have been talking about.
yeah. Yeah, we could even review the existing ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because one thing we have noticed is with one of the Wikidata games that are guessing the instance of, it
Yeah.
might be correct, but you add an instance of a municipality of somewhere, and the user just moves on and never looks at that item again. And of course, it could be a historical one, and it doesn't get an end date, and it pops up in our queries.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think this was really good and something I should have done earlier because catching these ones are really useful, or it's very nice to the user who spends a bunch of time on this because actually publishing is a little bit trickier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bunch of quality of life changes as well as getting up to date on some of the contributions. Yeah.
All right.
I also want to do a little bit of advertising actually.
Yes.
I don't know when yet this week, but I've started doing a little bit of live streaming of open source contribution, actual development, and I
Mm-hmm.
will do a little bit on Govdirectory this coming week.
Ooh.
So the where I stream on this address. Actually, this stream right now, you can also watch this directly over there. And if you want to get notified, because I'm not really sure when I'm doing this, I do them when I have time. So then you can follow this account on Mastodon, which just gives a prompt whenever I go live on that channel.
Or any
And
activity pub thing,
yeah,
really. So the stream is on Owncast, I think it is.
yes.
So if you want also a privacy-friendly way to watch it, you should go there.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
why we are streaming this there as well. The negative things are that we might not be as good as picking up the comments, but we still check there every now and then.
Yes. And right now they're also not saved, so they're only streamed, but we're looking into that as well.
Yeah, when I do this open source streaming, I always have a copy of the stream itself. I just haven't gotten to publish them yet, but already we have done a bunch of fun things. A lot of actually somewhat Wikimedia related things, but not exclusively, like Uberfine and a couple of other things. So if you're interested in software development, you should check that out. And yeah.
Yeah, but that was all for today, and we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And until then, happy editing.
Happy editing.